I grew up in the clothing business in New York. It was 15 years, and I saw there was no future manufacturing on Broadway, and had an opportunity to get away from the vagaries of fashion. Bought the business from my father's cousin. The business I bought was a dental supply business, and now I'll give you the secret of O.P.I. The name of the parent company of that business was Odontorium, having to do with the mouth, Products Inc. And Louis, who was the guy I took it over from, Uncle Louis, had a son who designed the logo O.P.I. So that's where it all came from. And I took it over April 1st, like I said before. And the three things I learned: never deal with relatives. There's a fool born every minute, April 1st, and everything looks greener on the other side of the hill. I was almost bankrupt in 6 months, but what saved me is manicures coming in to buy dental acrylic, and in those days they were called porcelain nails. And in short, I realized this might be an opportunity. In America, that's why I love this country. It's opportunities everywhere. You just have to bend down and pick it up, but that bend is sometimes really far, and you have to get up from it. But that's how I got into it. The most difficult part in the hair color business is the fear of change. If somebody's comfortable with their hair color, they really don't change, which is one of the reasons I purchased Aloxxi. When I purchased Aloxxi, for 12 years they did zero advertising, and the weirdest thing was the last ad they had was 1998, black and white, in American Salon. That was the last ad for Aloxxi, and sales went down in the course of 12 years, less than 10%. So I said, this brand must be amazing. The dedication to the color was great. But in fact, I think it had a lot more to do with the fear of change. And to try to convince somebody to try a new brand is the biggest challenge. And I got into the business, I saw mega opportunity, which is the same as I saw in nails. If you ask 100 women, what's the brand and what color goes on your hair? The ones going to the salon, they have no idea. 99% of them have no idea what they spend the most on. O.P.I. was in the same situation in 1981. They went in, they put red on. They put the 99-cent polish, no idea. When I left O.P.I., there wasn't a salon that could open up without O.P.I. And what I'm trying to do in the hair business is to convince the hairdresser, and I know there's other great brands, L'Oreal, Wella, Schwarzkopf, and all the other brands. Brand what you're using, because you should be proud of that. You believe in it, so you're using it. And I think by making the consumer aware of what you're using, you're elevating your art. And this is the biggest challenge. Another thing I threw in for spice is names. I mean, the most consumers don't know 7N or 9R or whatever. And a party in Lombardi is a lot more fun. That they will remember. Or Giorgio's Folly. And it's slowly taking root. Again, the hairdresser has to realize that consumer wants information. Flipping the coin to the 75% that do their hair color in the sink, once they find the brand and the color, they burn it in their head. They're going to go to the supermarket shelf because they are afraid of changing also. So this crazy dichotomy of the woman doing it in the sink, knowing exactly what brand and what color they're using, to not knowing anything when you're paying $100, $200, $300, or $400, $500 in Manhattan. No idea. It's mind-boggling. I think if I could succeed in convincing the industry to start building brands, because we all know, I mean, the word Schwarzkopf. It's not a common word yet, although Unilever's working on it, but even a Weller, they know it's in the supermarket, but not in the professional world. I want to take the kitchen of 30 years ago in the restaurants from the back. You can't find a successful restaurant today that doesn't have a kitchen in the front. I want to take the art of mixing color in that white paste. That's an art. Even the measuring of it, a lot of people don't measure, but I think the consumer wants to see how that professional is cooking that stuff and how that goop, whatever it looks like, it doesn't look like much, in that rubber bowl, how does it transition into that beautiful red hair or blonde hair with the streaks? This is what I'm trying to get to as a goal. Be proud of your profession and take it out of the back because it's an art. Be proud of it. And I walked through the halls here at Cosmoprof, 2015, this is very good data. I get a lot of people coming up to me, "Hi, George," and they're friendly, and it's a great feeling, I have to tell you. And you can't buy reputation, and I really sincerely feel that I maybe did something good in this world, in this industry, and I didn't do it for personal gain. I never did it. I never really thought about financial, but I always had the industry in mind and really trying to improve it. And I think that's coming back to me when people come up to me, "How you doing, George? What's up?" And it's just a great feeling. And I don't want to leave it.